Welcome back to our Express Abbotsford Special, all about the famous places like the Apple Barn celebrating its 20th anniversary, and famous faces like dancer Charlene Hart, who recently returned to BC after representing us on So You Think You Can Dance Canada.
It's funny when people say that they love things so much that they eat, breathe, and sleep it, but it's so true. When I'm not dancing, I dance.
And she's done so for an audience of millions on the popular program So You Think You Can Dance Canada. She was one of 3 from BC to crack the top 10.
You learn who you want to be, who you want to become, and you become stronger as a dancer, as a person, as a choreographer in all realms. But the most amazing thing is you step that big foot into the industry. It's hard to kind of get your name out there, and the connections that you make is wonderful, and it's just the biggest jump start to your career. 1, 2, 3, 4, run, run? Yes. Okay.
Like a body never at rest, so too her career, and that's exactly how she likes it.
It's awesome that my future's a mystery. I never know what's coming next, and I kind of love that. It's hard at the same time because you don't have a set future and you know for sure what's happening, but to me, I love that.
Let's start with jazz walk.
Nobody's ever surprised when I call them up and I'm like, so next week I'm actually not going to be in Canada anymore.
Mixed double or triple. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 counts to turn.
She danced nearly every single day of her life, and she never complained. It was her that initiated that, and we just made it happen for her.
And ready? I got into dance, luckily, at a really, really young age. My mom is a dance teacher and has been for a long time, and so naturally, as being an infant, I grew up in a studio and I started dancing when I was 3, and I fell in love with it. So wherever it is, if you're looking or searching, if you are going to stay at the ground, just make sure it goes out. It's amazing because it lets you be free and creative and express yourself.
Her passion propelled her to all 4 corners of the globe at an age when most of us are just beginning to venture outside the familiar confines of high school.
The fact that at such a young age, at 18, I was across seas and traveling Europe, and I got to take the opportunity to move to New York and kind of embrace in that culture. And then, of course, my latest endeavor of So You Think You Can Dance, it's amazing.
She spent much of her time entertaining on cruise ships.
The most rewarding part as a dancer is the fact that it's always so challenging. There's never a dull moment in the dance world, and there's always something new to gain and something new to learn. And if I look at my career in the past, I've been so blessed to be able to travel the world, and I was paid to do it. I got to dance as my job, which is not considered a job to me when you love something so much. Your arms are going to come forward.
And now, at home, likely only for a brief stay, she teaches, biding her time until the next chapter of her life opens.
Hopefully we'll just see what happens, but I can tell you you'll be dancing.
In Abbotsford, I'm Peter Kim for The Express.
You don't have to be a top 10 dancer to take classes at Dance in Motion. They offer a wide range of programs for all skill levels. And we have more dancing from Abbotsford coming up, and cider making from here at the Apple Barn. But right now we're sharpening our culinary skills with Abby's celebrity chef, Jeff Massey.
It started from a lot of requests for cooking classes here at the restaurant. People really like the food that we're doing. They want to know how to do it.
Here we go. Rolling.
R62 TV, as it's called, is an online cooking lesson filmed out of Restaurant 62 in Abbotsford. Jeff Massey is the chef here at the restaurant and here in the video.
Tonight we're going to make what I like to call my Saturday chicken special, and it's such a great recipe. We wanted to take R62 TV to the web because we want to have our clients have it accessible anytime. Our clients or guests, people who are looking at the shows, they're really kind of interested in food. They're foodies. They want to learn. They want to do it. So when it's on the laptop, they can bring it right into the kitchen with them, and as they're working, they can kind of repeat, replay, and see everything from start to finish.
Today, Jeff and Glue Studios are shooting the Ask Chef Jeff segment.
So we take questions from our viewers through a form online, and we just start plugging away and answering them. Some of it's just conversational, some of it's a demonstration, short little snippets full of information, so it's questions people want to know the answers to.
Like?
So Jeff, how do you do the flip things with your pan without spilling anything?
The idea is you have to use this edge of the pan as a ramp. Here I've got some dry beans just for demonstration.
The advantages of online are the audience. It's a wide audience, and of course the most important thing for me to tell clients is that it's free.
And it hasn't taken long for Jeff and the Restaurant 62 team to see their online lessons translating into happier, more involved diners.
If you go online, r62tv.com, you can find all the recipes, video tutorials on how to make all these sides exclusively on our website, so check it out. I think locally we are getting more recognition, we are getting more traffic as well as more return clients, and you know, people come in and say, hey, I tried your rib recipe, it really is good.
But as with most things produced for online, there is definitely a learning curve.
On the internet, it's always shorter is better. So we had to let ourselves break some of our own rules and try to make things work in the longer format. And when we're talking longer format, we're talking about 3 minutes plus.
I'm Erin Shaw in Abbotsford for the Express.
To watch R62 TV, go to onlinecookingshow.com. There's also a section called Ask Jeff where you can submit your questions. Of course, if you have questions on the making of cider or the steps to the foxtrot, then you want to stay with us because we have those stories coming up from Abbotsford.
Up next on the Express, how do you like them apples? Cutting a rug with Suburban swing. The Express. This is your local voice. Welcome back to the Express at the Apple Barn in Abbotsford. So if you're going to make cider, it seems like it's going to take a long time to sort all these apples.
Absolutely. The only way to get an apple to be sized so everybody wants a small one, a medium size, or a big one is to use a machine like this. It saves a lot of labor and a lot of guesswork.
And are you still really using this for your apples?
No, but we used to. We packed years ago for Safeway and other markets, but as we got to have the market here develop more and more, we just decided to use it as an educational tool for kids to learn how things go from small to big.
Very cool. And then I guess things have evolved as well as when you're making the cider, because there's quite the production going on inside.
What we do is we put the apples into a dump tank so that they're all soaked in the water. And then they go through a washing machine after that where they're observed before, make sure there's no really bad ones in there. And after that, they go up into what's called the grinder. And those apples, they just go into applesauce right away. From there, they're pumped into a machine that actually presses all the juice out of the pulp. And after that, it's gone through a machine that makes it safe. It cleans the juice with ultraviolet light. And from there, it goes into a bottle and out into the store here.
It sounds delicious, but to be honest, I was really looking forward to getting in there and stomp the apples, kind of like, you know, the old school grape stomping.
Yeah, you know what, you can do that. There's a nice big, all the pulp goes into a bin. I don't mind you doing that.
Delicious. It's like a party in my mouth. Of course, if you want to find the real party in Abbotsford, then the place to hit, no matter what your age, is the dance floor at Suburban Swing.
The dance lesson is free tonight. Say hi to Jason and Crystal.
Would you like to have a dance?
Jason and Crystal Warner warm up the dance floor for another night of their weekly swing class. Their club, Suburban Swing, is the largest and longest running swing club in Western Canada, and they've done it all while staying close to their humble beginnings in Abbotsford.
We started at the Abbotsford Senior Secondary School, the Abbotsford Arts Centre, and from there we went to the Abbotsford Seniors Association, and we've been there ever since. And locally we've started in the last year here at the Phoenix. So over the years, I think it's been almost 11 years, we've been in a few places, but it's been a lot of fun.
Rock, step, step, and again. And rock, step, step, and again.
Having fun isn't the only thing that attracted Jason to learning and teaching this style of partner dance.
Swing dancing, it seemed to remove all the barriers, and we It really attracted me because it didn't matter what background you came from or who you were, people were having fun and you were accepted with just giving it your best go.
Giving it your best, even when it seems impossible, is a lesson Jason knows all about. In 2000, at the height of his dance career, Jason experienced a severe motorcycle accident that left him unable to dance. But it was his love of swing dancing that got him moving again.
As soon as I was able to get out of the hospital, I was on the dance floor. I was on the dance floor. I started off in a wheelchair, then I started off on crutches, and then I started off on a cane, and I made my way back to the dance floor.
Overcoming his physical challenges and getting back onto the dance floor is exactly what Jason instills to all his students.
For young, for old, it doesn't matter. I came here and I didn't have any dancing experience. I was a terrible dancer and it took me a little bit to get to know, but once you understand it, once you start dancing, it never dies. You know, it never leaves you. It's like riding a bike. It's awesome.
Good. So try a couple turns now, like a tuck turn. Good.
Oh my goodness, it's never too late. No. I don't think there's anything that can keep a person feeling young like getting up and dancing. It just makes you feel so good. It really does.
So my message to people who are afraid of dancing is that it doesn't matter who you are, it's to feel the music and to enjoy the company that you're with. You can be deaf, you can be in a wheelchair, you can be blind. It doesn't matter, it's the feeling of the music and it's the enjoyment of the company that you're with.
With this message, Suburban Swing is where you can always feel like the next Fred Astaire or Ginger Rogers. I'm Mansour in Abbotsford for the Express.
For upcoming dance events in the Fraser Valley, go to suburbanswing.com. And for shopping, stories, and scares in Abbotsford, we've got your Express Spotlight. Let your imagination roam with books, puppets, and songs, all in the comfort of your PJs, if you wish, at the Clearbook Library's Enchanted Evening Story Times. Spend the afternoon with your mom, daughter, or your girlfriends in the largest women's event in BC. Shop, collect free samples, and check out the firefighters of 2011 as they heat up the fashion runway. Spend your Halloween evening in a house that was built in the Roaring '20s and truly claims to be haunted. Enjoy this haunted house spectacular with games, clowns, and a live radio broadcast. And of course, the Apple Barn is open daily with hay rides, visits to the pumpkin patch, and delicious apple cider. Now that's it for today's Abbotsford Special. I'm Johanna Worden on behalf of all of us on the Express. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to leave you with a look at the Abbey art scene, and we'll see you next time.